Oh man, that looks really, really nice.
Are you a vlogger or content creator looking at Sony cameras and trying to figure out which is the best one for your vlog scenario? In this video, we're going to cover exactly that. We're going to be testing out the Sony ZV-E1, the A7C II, and the ZV-1 Mark II, along with the latest couple of releases of Sony's G-line lenses. And we're going to cover a bunch of different scenarios. We're going to go around the city here, Matt's going to take you around, and I'm going to take you upstate a little bit to get more of the nature side of vlogging. So come join us. Are you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Go.
Okay, so for my section of this video, the camera that I'll be using is this, the Sony ZV-E1. This is essentially a FX3 or an A7S III in a really small body. It's 12 megapixels, so it's amazing in low light. It shoots 4K 120, and this actually has dynamic active stabilization. Not only do I get super stable footage, it looks like I'm shooting on a longer lens because it's punching in more to the frame. Speaking of lenses, the two lenses that I'm using today, similar to Matt, are the 16 to 25 G lens and the 24 to 50 G lens. And the images that we're getting out of these are fantastic. So in terms of budget lenses for Sony, these are amazing. Pair with this to give me a bit more reach and stabilization. I've got the Sony recording grip here. It gives me that little bit more reach so I can get more of my frame and more of my surroundings in the frame. And for those shots where I need a little bit more reach, I've got this Oben tripod here. It's an amazing travel tripod and a tabletop tripod, but it expands to 51 inches and it is really light, just really easy to carry around. And all of this goes into my little Peter McKinnon pneumatic sling here. I can put the tripod on the bottom and it fits a ton of stuff in there. It's great. Also, I have a lav on here because this is connected to Matt's camera for the BTS, so you can hear me doing that. But if you see footage from my camera, the ZV-E1, that is the audio from the Sony B1M, which is on here. Nice little shotgun mic, really directional, so it's picking up only what I'm saying, and it's just a great quality sounding mic. But let's go.
All right, so for my section of this video, we're going outside. We're doing some camping here. Now, the entire story is going to be me waking up, or pretending to wake up, that is. We're gonna make some coffee. You know it's my favorite when camping. Then we're gonna do some cooking and then head out for a good hike. Let's talk about some of the gear that I'm going to be using in my section for the outdoors here, starting with the cameras. And I'm using the Sony ZV-1 Mark II. Love this for anything vlog related where I'm actually talking to camera. I hold it out using the recording grip. It has the ability to zoom in and also zoom out and record right from the recording grip. And I get to look like Casey Neistat in the process. Also, in addition to that, I'm using the Sony A7C II, 33 megapixels, 4K 30 frames per second. I love this camera. And you know, it doesn't have as many megapixels as its bigger brother, the Sony A7CR, but it does have great low light performance and it's perfect for anything travel related. And you know, why am I using this for vlogging? Sometimes I like to capture photos as well, so having 33 megapixels is fantastic. Now, for my lenses, both incredibly lightweight, and that's why I'm going to be using them today. I have the 16 to 25 and the 24 to 50, both G lenses, yet still incredibly sharp, and again, lightweight, so that's why I love having them. Last thing that I am going to be using on the Sony A7C II is the Sony B1M mic. Just makes everything sound so beautiful. If I'm recording production sounds and sound effects and nature sounds, I'm sure you can hear the birds chirping right now. I love throwing this onto the camera to just step up my audio quality even more. Recently took it to Europe with the Sony A7C II and I loved the combo. All right, that's enough gear. Let's jump into actually filming this video.
Yeah, I quite fancy a bit of foreground here, so I get this street pole. You see, the autofocus. There it is, lock onto there. Nice. With the dynamic active, you definitely have to worry about the cropping of it, but it is such a cheat code for handheld footage. Basically, looks like you're getting gimbal, like side pans and stuff like that, and you just have to kind of do a bit of focal length math, maybe go a bit wider than you would usually, but for stable footage, it really is unbeaten.
I just turned the active stabilization on and it just really shines in scenarios like this. I don't even have to use a gimbal anymore. All right, so I just switched position. I wanted a little bit more greenery around, even more than before, and also to have the rooftop tent a little bit more of an angle so that it adds a little bit more mystery on, who's coming out of the rooftop tent. Obviously, it's me, but just you don't want to always show every little detail when it comes to making these videos. So kind of hiding the inside of the tent adds a little bit of mystery, and because of that, adds some more drama.
So one thing that's really cool about the ZV cameras is we have this feature called auto framing, and basically right now I'm at 16 mil and I'm fully in the center of the screen, but if I shift to the right, the screen will follow with me, so it looks like the camera is panning with me, and it's really quite accurate. So even though the camera is completely stationary, I'm moving around. So this is great if you're on your own and filming and you kind of move around quite a bit. I definitely find myself moving way too much in stationary frames. So this is just making sure that I'm in the center of the frame, and it is locked on very well. Definitely cropped in a lot there, but I mean, not only is it sticking to my eye on focus, I am bang in the middle of the frame, which is awesome. So for people that are filming on their own, maybe you're filming in the gym, maybe you're filming out in public somewhere, and you want to get a bit of movement into your shot so it's not just a locked off tripod shot every time, this is really cool to get a wide lens, so then you can kind of move around the frame a lot and get some movement in there, just make it a little bit more interesting for your viewers.
All right, for this next shot, I'm gonna mount the ZV-1 Mark II onto the hood of the Jeep. I'm also gonna mix up the location a few times. Got my car mount right here, and very important, wipe down the car before you use the suction mount, because there's gonna be some dirt on the car and that could mess up with the adhesion of the suction mount.
We're gonna head over to the Williamsburg Bridge into Manhattan, then we'll probably take the subway because it is hot outside. We're gonna get too sweaty, so it should be a lot of fun.
Also, as I'm doing these hiking shots where I'm walking back and forth, even though my shot idea might be where I'm walking away from the camera or even walking towards the camera, I'm going to basically perform both of those movements as if I were actually going to use that in post-processing, so that I have essentially two shots that I'll have in post-processing to work with, and I can choose which one I like best. Oh man, that looks really, really nice. Who needs a white noise machine? You could come out here and you're set for life. And with the B1M, I could trust that it's going to sound just fantastic in post-processing.
Okay, so we're about to go and get the best coffee in Brooklyn. Come at me, anyone. I'm gonna show them the ways of Paloma Bakery. Best croissants, best coffee. Let's go. And look who we have. It's Matthew Zeffy.
He also grew his beard out throughout.
Matt left us, so now we're gonna go grab a bagel and stop off in Domino Park, just get a nice view of the city, and then we're gonna head over into Manhattan the best way possible. Nice little e-bike over the Williamsburg Bridge. It's gonna be a ton of fun. Just had lunch, feeling nice and refreshed. Now it's time for the fun bit. Gonna go grab an e-bike. We're gonna head over to the Williamsburg Bridge into Manhattan. Then we'll probably take the subway because it is hot outside and we don't wanna get too sweaty. So we're just gonna grab an e-bike, get on the bridge, and it should be a lot of fun. It was a really quick ride over the bridge, nice and easy, really satisfying to beat that traffic over there. But now we're gonna head to the subway and we'll finally reach the final destination of our trip today. Can't wait to see it. All right, let's go. So we made it to the best place in Manhattan. It's of course B&H Photo, the B&H Superstore. But this is where our vlog ends. I'm gonna go inside and have a look around, probably get some new camera gear. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.
Dude, I gotta hand it to you. You crushed it with the ZV-E1.
Yeah,
Looks like you had a fun time.
It was a good time.
Ending up at B&H, that was brilliant.
Where else are we going to end up? And I have to say, the A7C2 looked phenomenal in upstate. And the pictures you got from there look great as well.
But anyways, we had a ton of fun shooting this video. Let us know in the comments below which of these Sony cameras you loved seeing the most.
And let us know in the comments also where you plan on shooting your next vlog with a Sony camera. We'd love to hear it. But in the meantime, I've been Matt.
My name is Matt as well, and we'll see you next time.